There you go. Hi, welcome everybody. Good morning. I am here to mess everything up. The strangest introduction that I ever made. Hi, I'm Tashi, and I'm here for Adventures in the TARDIS with fresh Quill. Something different, I don't know what. Come in my mind. Is it chambered? Alright, I know what is different. We have a new home. I mean, that is the title of the episode. Which I haven't even opened. Oh, I forgot what, I see what's different. This. I didn't have my light on. So, we are on the hourglass shaped space station that has not been mentioned what the shape is, but in my mind it's a hexagon at the moment, until proven otherwise. And they have not yet left the TARDIS. There's gonna be a surprise party for them, led by Pinkie Pie, the time lady.
Okay.
I mean, that would be the biggest surprise. And the Detour knows about it. We just knows about it. So they will be utterly surprised as well. So let's just wait. Let's not make them wait too much. Let's see who the new hope is. We can have some music for now. The sound is cool, with the exception of the Doctor and Vision, and to a lesser extent Featherwind, are caught off guard when they exit the ship, only to discover it leads to a brightly lit white hallway that is filled with various creatures. All of them raise a great cheer the moment the TARDIS crew exits their ship. What would they have said if they went outside in Dalek disguises? I mean, they have a unicorn, they can make something like a psychic paper. They can make illusions. That would be the biggest surprise. Surprise them back. Before seeing this, Dr. Kelly said the flashing the Doctor and the Muse and calling again. She did not know exactly what they would all encounter outside of their ship, but she knew that he knew what was out there. He also got a glimpse of none of the aliens in the hallway. Oh no, one of the aliens, and that's what I was surprised. There's one of the aliens in the hallway who was holding a sign that he was for the Doctor to just open the door, and not spoil the surprise. This pony was pink and had curly hair. Curly means. It is to her to realize why she was suddenly being more evasive, versus he checked his monitor to investigate what was outside of the ship. Of all of those who are gathered outside, there could recognize only one of them, and that is Princess Alabaster. What? The Princess as her head is taken aback. She's barely heard over the cheering crowd in the hallway. How did you meet us here? A machine. We never transferred that materialized from Catalogana shortly after you left. You had no time to be with us here first. No, I had all the time.
Wait a minute. What was the message you started in the beginning of this episode?
This was, I was utterly surprised, which is not gonna be sad, but I did say this. Time machine! My lovely companion. Don't worry about that, be poignantly. What's going on out here? Something else is not surprised. Wait a minute, just a little caution. A celebration? No, we can't have that. That's dangerous. It sounds like time for the cat from the sitting position. So he can spread his paws to the side to hit everyone around him. Don't forget, those of you are founding members of the Knights of the Hourglass. You all laid the groundwork of our mission, statement as a whole. And now, for the first time, you set hoof into the right space station, a society that legacy had to establish. Also, this is one thing that the police can do in our universe. This. You don't have, not only the muscle, but actually their legs can bend that far. I mean, they probably can, but not normally they won't do that. This is a momentous occasion for us that shall echo throughout our history. Welcome, all of you, to the space station Event Horizon, where everything ends and everything begins. With the declaration made, the car in the hallway erupts into another thunderous cheer. The reaction of the TARDIS crew is, for the most part, surprised, delighted, and bashful. Some show it more than others. Well, I'm pleased to meet you all too. The person steps in front of the crew, while his teeth blush a bit. Thank you for the time and warm reception you have given us. Goodbye. We just going on and kiss them out. I mean, don't forget. We are dealing with the changeling here.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
If they got the knowledge how to control the TARDIS and took the form of the Doctor, nobody would have found it out about it. It is our pleasure to meet you. I also need to thank you for saying no, sorry. I take it back, there was a vision. A vision is there. I take it back.
Oh yeah.
And to thank you for taking what we started and letting much get them about 2 minutes. Also my voice is going away. He bowed to the crowd. I look forward to working with and getting to know each of you. For the third time, the crowd erupts into another hearty cheer, and they will all rejoice.
And there was
Yay!
much rejoicing. Waving tiny flags. Yay.
Yay! Yay! This way, if you may. Mr. invites and the door opens behind him. He gestures to it. It leads to a conference room where we can continue our discussion in a more settled environment. As for them, he looks around and the crowd around him. He is wanted to be here for this initial and momentous occasion. Over time, you may gradually start to learn why they have earned this honor. I mean, you will not remember all of their faces, so it's fine to see them at least once. The other two made their way to the room. The princess too, which is directly across in this hallway. Along the way, there's a lot of hoof bumping, door, hand, tunnel, tentacle, and shaking, and occasionally other friendly actions like hugs and kisses. Now, I would be madly amazed from here. I mean, this is a safe environment. And I mean, she is here. She is there. Somehow she has stuck onto the spaceship. You start with that. There you go. You would have warned us that would happen. I mean, let it complete, the doctor. Although she does not look around or sound seriously upset. Then this after the door is shut in the new white conference room, which has a large window at the back. A window which displays outer space outside, along with a ring of asteroids. And some fake creatures fly by the window for some reason. I don't know if you guess me doing this. There you go. Just in front of the window. And it's even more fitting because they have a changeling somewhere. They have imposters.
They are among us.
I mean, there could be among you. For all we know. Let's go take a seat at the white table with an illuminated top. Richard makes his way to the head of the table, which puts the only window of the room behind him. Then it would have been a surprise, come Dr. Kelly's astute observation as she sits down. Indeed, Richard agrees as he leans forward and puts his forearms on the table. Forgive us for startling you and your view, but as you can see, there was no harm intended. What if my friend had a heart attack because of you? After all of that, it is once again you who is engaging with us. There's a note in an instinct tone. Do I detect a note of authority? No? I'm sitting in the leader room, in the table. Why would you say that? There's a note to the doctor as he said. Indeed, sir. I am one of the station's primary administrators. There are others too, of course, but since you haven't met them yet, and you're currently traveling with them, hint hint, it has been decided to limit your contact with the council of the station until more is revealed to you over time. For now, I speak with the voice and the will of the council. And then we will have this. Let's go this now. The problem is I don't remember the name. I mean, this will work. There you go. If you know what where they are from.
That's Krypton.
I mean, I just know that the character from the Superman movie. I don't know
That
what
was
they...
from Krypton, and I won't maybe say first Superman movie, but it was a pretty famous one.
Yeah, but I don't know the names. I just remember character. That's all I know. If there had Superman gun behind him, I would laugh. But when Peter mentioned that primary administrator might currently be in the nurse's party, Doctor could not have but square a glass and vision. In his hand, the candy also lingered a possibility for a passage position. I mean, there is one more possibility that is in Subwing's body that has not yet been placed there. Right?
Hmm?
For what is it I've seen, you are seem to have a very impressive operation here. It was notes with a very impressive zone. It's all that notes that sadly, as he confirmed. And you said it earlier, you are getting a glimpse into the operation after it has gotten quite a bit of momentum. He says the table. From now on, it will become more and more important for us all to put our resources together with this and other future missions. As such, we are giving you all an introduction to the station, and some of which that the night have to offer. I'm about to begin this out, measure something with a mental mass. But just in case this is a secondary issue, I have to ask if you are aware that you actually have a Caxian member out there. The same race that sold off a meal from the water world. I mean, are you racist? Not every Caxian are bad. Right?
Is that what you think that Prince Salazar is going to reply?
I mean, the Caxian can be from the future when they have been changed.
Well, if a Calaxian's here in the space station, he's a member of the Knights of the Hourglass.
Yeah? I mean, we saw that even the Daleks can be saved. If the one that is changing is isolated, not in the middle of them because they were allocated any
It is a
problem.
reason it's very rare, but there still can be extraordinary exceptions.
Yeah, so there is no reason to assume that the Caxians can't be saved as well. This is unknown to solving, sadly, as he said. We are all aware of him. That is Kotas. He is very capable merchant and mechanic in our operation. He shakes his head sadly as he adds. It isn't race that is the ultimate determinant if they can join us or not, but rather their intentions. Kind of what I said, yeah. As far as we are concerned, and when anyone's heart is in the right place and willing to do whatever they can to further our cause, we make no discriminations. One change, and when anyone's hearts are in the right place, remember, some of them have multiple,
Yep.
and there's a possibility that some of them have none. And it's physically.
Yeah, it's made of a slime or something instead.
Yeah, they have a core. We do, however, do our best to provide whatever accommodations they require to survive around here. For instance, there are actually a few Alpha-men who have joined us. Because of that, certain adjustments have to be made here and there. I think the reason is obvious to you all. I mean, they live underwater for once.
Exactly.
I mean, we even have map on it for all we know. Just don't say we have a Dalek here. Because that's where tip of the doctor. Maybe you forgot this, was something, but I had once mentioned that I met a few friendly Christians before. Just to remind his large companion. Even though I literally said that we are in war between them. Other exceptions can be rare among any group, but if you keep checking them, you may actually find some. There are many reasons why those who have joined our cause chose to do so. As I mentioned, many who work with us here do so because we once rescued them from oppression of some form, or they worked with us in the past with one of our missions, then realized and they liked it. Maybe some of them are spies. In short, they go on to say. Still, others join us because they feel we are creating something important here. They might also enjoy the friendly community we have fostered here. The reasons are boundless. It is so. But what is most important here is the fruit of our labor. Though he originally listed that have the glowing table. By our work and here example, we are spreading peace and harmony throughout all time and space, and the friendship map appears from the table. It's an apparition on the doctor as he said. Initially, you formed the Knights of the in the hopes to save the time war. That's good. He begins a brief pushing motion toward the doctor. Peace is good. But what he has discovered is that in order to implement it, we need to think on a larger scale. Because ponies and creatures get bored, and then they start a war. Yeah, you might have solved one war, but there's no saying that if you stop on the time war, there's not a worse one taking over it. Right?
Yeah. You could try to concentrate your efforts to stop a war, but how do you prolong peace?
Yeah? I actually accept that very well.
Mm-hmm.
But you might think that in order to hold the war, we have to do something directly to the Time Lord and the Daleks, most of which basically spearheaded this entire war. We do have some presence in that war too, but the reason for it may not be what you all might initially think. I mean, we can go back to Star Wars right here. The reason to allocate in was to bring balance, and he did. Because there were too many Jedi.
It is kind of funny you mentioned Star Wars, but continue.
I mean, if you think about it, the whole Doctor Who is space war. If you think about
Some of it, yeah.
But throughout time.
The show primarily emphasized exploration.
I mean, I believe that the Time Lords are good enough in technology that they can create a laser sword. Or lightsaber.
The show has actually been a backdrop. After the show got revived, the war was already completed, and the show basically skipped it for the most part.
Yeah? We can mention it all the time.
Oh yeah.
Instead of attacking or pursuing those who feel determined to spare the war, we need more by hearing examples. The larger entities and their assistance to those caught in the crossfire of the conflict. So in other words, instead of focusing on the head of the conflict, we are targeting the rest of the body instead. Into cultures, societies, and even individuals spread out here and there. The war is like a disease spreading towards time and space. Oh, so like stopping a forest fire. You don't start putting out the fire in the middle of it. You go around it and block everything, so it can spread even further. To counter that momentum, we are making ourselves the cure that is spreading too. Based on our lean back in this scene, that is for hooves. For hoof? You missed that here.
Actually, you're right. That's a problem.
Let's his four hooves together in front of his chest. As he does so, he said, "Our aim is to isolate and quarantine the conflict. While the heads of the war continue to duke it out with each other, the rest of the infected body is gradually cured and healed. We raise them up and teach them through example." I thought, because in my mind the song started playing up in my head.
Oh yeah.
Something like this is not necessary. Then there is a better way to live.
That sounds like music that we might play at a baseball stadium.
Is that?
It sounds like it.
Oh, the song that is playing here.
Yeah, the song.
I know you mentioned you said about this one. I was like, wait, why would that play in? I mean, it can. I think others with kindness, notably one of your favorite elements of harmony, it has been a lot snappy in the first time period. I mean, if Photoshop wasn't there, Nerfy would have been an element of kindness. If we think about that, right?
She's the element of innocence.
Or what? Innocence?
She's the element of innocence and cuteness.
Oh, innocence, okay.
Yeah.
The rest of the universe can only be solved, and that is all we say, and do is true. Then there is a better way. And we can all win in harmony, rather than tearing each other apart. As our example spread, those who continue to promote the war gradually start to realize that they stand alone. The rest of the universe gradually says no to the conflict and no longer applies any effort to fuel it. I'm sad to say that some of the people in our universe right now can't feel the same way, even though this is the right thing. Without that fuel, the conflict will sputter out eventually, like the dying oxygen to a fire. This is not a sustainable pattern. But yeah, let's hear what I said about forest fire. Instead of focusing on the doctor, the notes to him, as he said. From the relative point of affairs, in consideration to those who aided in this situation, I think you will be pleased to note that you no longer stand as the last Time Lord. Let's look outside. Like I said, can the assistance to the victims caught in the crossfire is gradually awoken others, and realize that they no longer have participate in this insanity. I mean, imagine if the Time Lord cannot be made. Like they can just become Time Lord and Time Lady. Because it seems like they can. What if they had to be blood related? These are all of your gunshots. Would have been very crazy, especially because there are connections there as well. Over time, more and more of your cards have gradually defected to our code. In short. Then, they have chosen not to suffer and live in fear anymore. What's more, they've come to realize that they are perks to having a comfortable and safe home, along with friends who care about them. Friends who learn watch each other back. Imagine that! They can feel the element of friendship. They have the strongest magic of them all. Dr. Sniffles and a few tears rolled down his cheeks. He then said, "Sir, I waited so long to hear good news like that." Ah. And then he keeps his gaze to the doctor, to Prince Helena as he has the pin. What about the Daleks? Have any of them affected here too? We don't talk about the Daleks.
Well, the earlier paragraphs mentioned the fact that he's no longer the last of the Time Lords, so some Time Lords defected. But Feather was realizing there was the other side of the conflict. Have any of them defected too?
Yeah, but we know that the Doctor is very much racist against the Daleks.
Yeah, it can trigger him. Sure.
There you go. Just for that notion. Tell you what, instead of proposing as his own, I should back to the win. The win. Instead of answering that question, thank you, but by the way, even though my voice is still terrible. Good morning. Instead of answering that question, why don't you decide what the outcome is? No matter what I say, it can be viewed as a future perspective, relative to where you are sitting, which you also mean. The story isn't fully written yet. Yeah. Spoilers! Instead of hoping the answer is yes, maybe so. Being everything it takes to embody that reality. Yeah, you don't wanna hear. Especially because the doctor is here. Hearing that, go to the doctor's shop. His extensive experience with his motor admin has only one exception among the lies simply do not exist. No, they do exist, but they are plugged before they can bloom. You shouldn't scoff at this, Doctor. You should advise it to significant older adult. You are the one who wanted to take the time war, but this is how you do it. He proclaims as she molded gestures 25 degrees of target for pointing at the wind, as she intended. Because of that, the people who were sitting beside the white Philip can vision hoof and guide it to the right direction. For that, we are quietly attacked Nappy. Thank you. I mean, once again, I know one way to stop the time war from ever happening. But that will never happen because it's now, how it's called? The
I think you mean fixed timeline?
fixed time. Yeah, it's now
Yeah.
fixed timeline. But if you went back and stopped yourself from going to the Dalek planet, then they wouldn't have come out. You are the reason they started the thing. As we saw from the 5th episode or 6th episode, I don't know. But the Doctor is the problem. Why they realize that, oh, we are not dying. We can go out and kill people. and nobody got outside the line fact. No problem. Nothing expected back in the same volume. Instead of approaching this conflict with hate in your heart, when you go into the lecture, you
Actually, she said hearts the time it was plural.
With your heart, when you go into the lecture, you have to be surrounded by companions who have compassion in their heart instead. Compassion which leads to hope. Hope which leads to faith. Faith which leads to certainty. And certainty which can manifest reality that is an energetic match for the vibration of frequency. So, that's what a screwdriver. The reason he will eventually succeed in his hopes, Doctor, is because he won't give up on his aim. His vision is of a better future. Vision or vision? Because, remember, she is saying it. They don't hear if there's a uppercase letter or normal letter in there. Because that is what they must do. They feel their way towards the new possibilities for all of us. Well said, young Philly. He says a command, William, and looks at the doctor. He is right, Doctor. Only those whose hearts and minds, known in the old pattern, continue perpetuate? Yeah, perpetuate.
Yeah, got it.
The entity escaped of the knowledge, always being the hated enemy, the perception that the rest of your people can get caught onto, like your TARDIS. Fear, which led to anger, anger which led to hate, and hate, which led to, well, even at you, the doctor, you know better than anyone. You have seen the war during its momentum. It isn't a story you wish to repeat here in this universe, then there's no shame, Doctor. It is the only way. So give them a hug. Now shake their hand. They don't have hands. A new hope. But I realized it with my dad as he got a popular pop culture reference in this past. Yeah, the Star Wars reference, right?
Right?
He is smart as for the wind. The nod is approval and the young stallion, which makes the young without blush. I almost said lizard. He then looks at Salazar, then nods to him as well, as he said. Thanks for the reminder, sir. I maintain that taming the time war is a passionate goal of mine, and I am pleased to see further momentum get us in that direction. I have a question, so we mentioned as here in the hoof. Is every creature we saw out there members of another TARDIS vessel? I am assuming not. There has to be personnel on the space station as well. The space station is not gonna run itself, you know. I mean, probably know that the space station can be another TARDIS to begin with. So if we think about that, then yes, but actually no. No, it's not that answer. In fact, it's not to indicate directly to his room, so you have seen out there, really represent the tiniest fraction of the stuff we have on hoof and the station. We have many allies spans throughout time and space as well. To them, we pour resultant information and supplies. We have nowhere near that many TARDIS vessels to have them all, nor is that is wise policy to the vast percentage of our allies. Yeah, it is harder to keep an eye on them. If there's too many TARDISes.
Well, they're both space and time vessels. Imagine how much damage they can do in the wrong hands. Whether it's incompetent or deliberately sinister.
I mean too. That's what I said as well. That yeah, yes, something is very what's the word? Not trusting, untrustful, not untrustful,
maybe
but
kind of guarded or careful. Or...
yeah, more guarded against everything. But for this, I okay. That's it. It will be right to give out volatiles. No matter how trusting you are to them. But having some settlements and camps or towards time is a very good idea. And if you have actually the point where you can return to. Without
In that case, you got a base of operations in other planets,
yeah,
and you can pull the resources from that planet too, and trade with others.
indeed. That's why I agree. This is even more. This is even better than having more services, I would say. But yeah, I was right. Most of them are actually just part of the space station crew. I need to also mention that we do have a lot of specialists. We have little much and very skilled negotiation of staff, and you might expect for an organization whose principal aim is to spread peace and harmony. But we have discovered it takes far more than that to establish such a thing and make it last. We also have teachers, construction crew, medical staff, artists, musicians, leaders, strategists, alligators, and crocodiles. Homemakers, entrepreneurs, entertainers, screenwriters, linguists, artificials, scientists, results, everything. Basically anything and everything. Yeah. You forgot to mention one thing throughout all of them. Time Lords.
Well, he did mention it earlier several paragraphs ago that you're not the last of the Time Lords.
Yeah.
So all of this is just added to the list.
Indeed. It takes to basically anything and everything it takes to make you function in society towards all sorts of life. So even if Time Lords continues to go, we will survive and we will make a new life.
I think, yeah. They're giving the victims of the war an alternative.
Yeah. Establishing and maintaining peace is not merely an issue of recovering from sanity, but also prompting the excitement that harmony can bring. Motivation is key to everything, and for that, we need a vast variety of things in order to prepare and adapt to any potential situation. We started digestion out the door, as he said. The vast majority of the nodes we have on staff here on the event horizon are on standby, ready and willing to render assistance to any of the TARDIS crew who need them in any of the missions they encounter. Speaking of those who regularly staff those shifts as explorers and scouts, he is outward. They go out there, find out what the situation is in any time and place they happen to find themselves in, then do their best to solve any problems that they discover. At the same time though, they keep their limits firmly in mind. If they discover that the situation is beyond their capabilities for any reason, then they call for backup, which what I did. Furthermore, promoting lasting peace and harmony often means a sustainable presence in some form or fashion. It is enough to merely rescue others from whatever threat they face. We send in other staff to stay in the place and timeline, at least for a while, in order to teach those who were hurt by the conflict how to avoid it in the future. We provide supplies if necessary, but eventually we guide them to be self-sustaining. To do that, we might That might entail some kind of pain. He shows. We are the assistants with that correct too, if that is their goal. At least sometimes they fully pick themselves off on their host, and are enough to proceed on their own. After that, if they want to continue working with us on a regular basis, that's up to them. Many of them do. I mean, having connections is always good. I should also mention that the ships we have on the station and those we have deployed in the mission are just the ones from notified timeline. He said with a note to her. Not just the ones the Prime Minister got us offered. Don't get us started, but ever since then, we have used some of those vessels to collect critical supplies necessary for the creation of war services. So also the meteorite that they have been on has been visited many times. You only need that. Also suddenly rises his eyes and leans forward in his seat as he asks an astonishment. Are you telling me that you manufacture more of those ships here and you know how? Yes, but it needs a lot of time, which we have a lot. Indeed, it's like a fair store and not that him. You get us started with that project, or that you will do that. After that, he will move in a circle. We can really start to recruit other time lords who will find out with the war. Among them are the engineers who are going to build the dark things. They were able to provide some tips and tricks that even you didn't tell us because you didn't know of them. Why would I tell you that if I didn't know that? Well, said the doctor in a sound tone and expression as he leaned back in the seat. I would certainly love to have a few words with them. No, you can't, because spoilers.
Yeah, read the next paragraph.
As you learn from the tunnels they are suffering from, and then they regularly talk. The sunlight were again. Something you need to keep in mind is that while you may have the distinct honor of being among the core founders of the night, it also means you have a long way to go to build an organization up to its current level of strength and eventually beyond. We are not allowed to show you everything we have, because it specifically pertains to some element of your future. We will not interfere with your free will and destiny by bringing you down to the path of this is what will happen, even though I said that this is what you are doing. Instead, he gestures around him. All of this remains a story open for you to write. We are just pushing you in the direction. There is getting a sneak peek ahead here, enough to know that we are here and what role we play in the grand scheme of things. We occasionally handle some assistance too, and we will trust you will do the same. The more you build up this organization by inviting other members to it along with the resources they bring, the more we can assist you in return. In other words, no spoilers in this.
See if you bring up what I'm thinking of.
Yes.
Exactly.
We decided with a thinker of a movement that is research. Or at least as few as possible. Remember, Doctor, you was complaining to me about that. I think that is a policy that this society continues to uphold. They step in when they have to, and the case has already been. But at the same time explaining why their assistance will be more limited going forward until we continue our mission and use the ability to build up our allies here. Exactly. It's another gate. I want to show you all what is possible. With the games into the things to come. Now to ensure all of this will happen, you must continue your own work. You must continue to be the best representative, example of the light. To inspire and guide others into the fall. The more you rescue, the more will be available to help you in return later on. Something is in the hole, as she cried. Speaking of which, can you render an assistance to us in regard to rescuing the Alpha Million and the Caxian captured? They already have announced to the companions, and something in particular, that are recent request. And is among the information included on the flash drive that I handed me. It mentioned that 2 out of the 6 Alpha Millions have been successfully rescued from the part of the crew now. As well.
Yeah, they could be.
I mean, they are kind of safer here than going back to their own place and time.
One of the things they might be serving at the station is to help the rest of the crew rescue the other 4 Aphamians.
I mean, they are psychic, so they can find us.
Yeah.
That said, it should be noted that as West and our staff and the Southern are, and they are still growing exponentially, it's still unlimited. We still want to grow. We can handle your assistance from time to time, although we tend to wait until it is really needed. It's when we are also spread out, thin, doing a large multitude of other missions too. Actually, the Alpha Million is your primary mission. You remember the mission you started before all of the other things?
Hmm?
We said we leave at having available in the table. So the Doctor is doing the same thing that I do in RPG. And go around and take every mission possible and then do them in very random order.
Probably
What?
the main mission last.
Do the main mission last, yeah. It is the mission that gets you started toward larger objectives. I repeat, do your best. Take care of whatever mission you face. But also, from now on, keep in mind to call for backup if you have to. That is a large chance in the balancing act we have around here. And now, with all of that said, I think you all have the gist of what we represent here. We can offer going forward. We can start to concentrate on more of the details of what we are facing. But first, some of you might care for tour of the station. Mind you, that we are allowed to show what we are allowed to show you, both in terms of certain departments of the station, as well as itself, limited based on your knowledge and destiny of your timeline. There are some things that we can still show you though, and of those which we can show you, it will be pleased to do so. Then show me your ship. Let us family request. Lean forward and forward both hooves under his skin, moving up as he had. And his captain. Ooh. I mean, show me who I'm gonna work with. Right? That's not a spoiler.
Oh yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's not a spoiler because it's not a thing about the future, it's about the present.
Yeah. And that's not a spoiler, that's a necessity.
Mm-hmm. But he learned from Salazar earlier that his captain is another Time Lord or lady. So he's very interested in that.
But also, cyborg, or mechanical pony, or something like that.
At some point too, it was also mentioned that she might have a complicated relationship with him. that which would probably intrigue him even more. I know what the Doctor thinks when he has questions in his mind. It becomes sometimes obsessive.
I mean, whatever problems they might have, that might not have happened yet, and
The,
it might happen right now. Probably
the
no.
Doctor loves to unravel mysteries, um, but in this case, it's kind of personal too. He hasn't been with his kind for a long time.
I mean, yeah, multiple time zones and time this here. I mean, I would say all the time zones and time zones can control a ship, right?
Oh yeah. Um, but this one he's working with for the next mission. The others he basically has to rescue still, and then he can start to get to know them better.
Yeah. For better
Anyway,
or worse. Or
what did you
for
think of
better or worse.
what did you think of this chapter and basically the mission statement of the Knights of the Hourglass?
I mean, I believe that Charizard has too much to begin with.
Okay.
Even though I think that I'm not saying any spoilers, but he said a lot of things that shouldn't be mentioned. Especially saying that, yeah, this is what you are gonna do. That's already spoiler to begin with.
Well, he's showing the tip of the iceberg to encourage them to continue their good work because it will cause the rest of the iceberg.
Yeah, but by showing this, he's still looking him into this timeline, kind of.
Well, a little bit, but it's basically what they've already decided to do.
I mean, I imagine when they go around the ship. Okay, doctor, you have to stop here. We sure you can come here. You have no spoilers. Others, maybe you can come too, but doctor, stay here. Because you can't see anything now.
He did refuse to answer the question about is there Daleks here, and Salas said, "Why don't you decide that?
I believe there are none here.
Make it
At least
happen."
one.
It could be, and since that is a goal that Featherwind had set, Vision says that he can do it because he dreams of that possibility and keeps it locked.
Or even better, there are no Daleks here, but there are Daleks here.
Oh, but there are no cats in America.
Yeah? But what if there are change Daleks? Like, the changelings, there are no changelings here, but there are changelings.
Possibly.
It's the same thing. We know it's possible, and if they would be able to separate them from the Daleks before they are first, then it's a possibility.
Anyway, it may not have been said in that sentence, but your prediction sentence in the beginning of this has definitely occurred multiple times here, especially towards the beginning of this chapter when they encounter that initial surprise.
Yeah, it wasn't fully the same, but close enough. Close enough.
Yeah, you were leaning in the right direction.
I'm curious how they will think about the captain. Or if the captain will show any emotion toward the doctor. Because we have seen her being very stoic and not talking too much, just reading her book. That's all we know about her.
Yeah, she should be capable of emotion because she does have a time lady consciousness, but it's in an android body.
I have
And there must be a story behind that.
a bad feeling that she might have a crush on the doctor.
Okay. Well, you'll have to see in the next chapter. She wouldn't be the first in that case.
It could be a very distinct situation like this.
Well, my.
If it's that kind of troublesome situation that they have, I will laugh so much. I don't think it's that, but I will laugh if it is.
Noted.
If it's a one-sided love or fandom, could be something.
Well, for the Doctor, it already is interest.
I mean,
At least to find
yeah.
out more, yeah.
But yeah, we will see that next week. Is it next week, right? Yeah. Monday for you is Sunday.
Next time, are we doing that the game you were talking about?
Yeah, tomorrow we are gonna do
Okay.
this. If I can even bring it up. This one. Right here. And you can see I haven't started, which I'm gonna do right now. Let's gonna be tomorrow. Probably not gonna do the whole thing in one go. Probably gonna be 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
Because they say it's a 1.5 hour and maybe 4 hours if you do every side quest and everything. For me, that's minimum twice the time. For all we know.
I think I've seen a maybe shorter game on Steam. It was called DLC. It was a mini game about collecting all kinds of DLC within the game.
Yeah, I think I might have even played it. Not on my Steam, but on my sister's. But yeah. The acid game or what? I don't know that what it is, but something like that. But either way, that's gonna be tomorrow at 8 p.m. or the usual time, just like this today. And then the day after, we are gonna do the Outside of Justice.
Okay.
Either way, thank you all for being here, and you should probably rest out from hearing that from your yawning. Thank you again for being here, and see you next time. Bye bye!
Bye bye.
So before I leave, don't forget this for myself. Of course. I will just make up the thing when we get there.
Okay. Oh, just from the title alone, do you have any guesses?
Oh god. It's kind of into something that I was feeling. But once again, it might not have happened yet. Or it might have happened way before. I mean, myself.
Oh yeah, very much so. For both of them, really.